From the fast action of the trading pit to the power brokers making the headlines, you'll hear it all on the Traders Network Show with your host, Michael Yorba.
All right.
Michael interviews the front page titans about the latest in trading tools and market trends in stocks, commodities, bonds, forex, and derivatives. The Traders Network helps you stay ahead of the curve and delivers tomorrow's trade today.
Yeah.
Now, here's your host, Michael Yorba.
Welcome back to the Traders Network. I'm Michael Yorba, your host. Thanks for joining us. Broadcasting to you live from the Dallas KFXR 1190 AM iHeart radio stations and worldwide through yorbamedia.com. All right, our first guest today, Richard Pascoe, and he is the CEO of Apricus Biosciences. This is something, a little something for everybody. Breakthrough technology on the medical front. Richard, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Michael.
All right, my pleasure. You know, you've got I looked at your background, and you're very prolific in this industry. You've got a lot of credits to your accolade. Thank you for your service. West Point graduate. Please let me back up a little bit. Give us a couple of highlights of the man steering, this ship and really helping humanity, both men and women.
Well, Michael, first of all, I appreciate the opportunity to be on the program today and talk about Apricus Biosciences. As you've noted, I started out my career as a military officer serving in the U.S. Army, did a combat tour in Iraq, and coming back from that experience, entered into what is now a 20-plus year career in the medical industry, specifically in the pharmaceutical industry, where I started my career as a sales representative and have been able to work up through the ranks and now lead Apricus Biosciences as the CEO. It's been a privilege to serve in the military, and it's also been a great privilege to serve in this industry where I think we can do a lot of good for a lot of people with innovative medicines like the ones we have in our portfolio.
All right. Now, you're also a publicly traded company. APRI is a symbol, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Tell us what your company does.
Our company is really focused on developing and commercializing through our partners innovative medicines in areas where there's significant unmet need. And specifically, we have our lead product, which is called Viteros. It's a topical treatment for erectile dysfunction. It's approved in both Europe and Canada, and recently launched by several of our commercial partners in Europe, and it's off to a very strong start. It's a novel compound. It's one that avoids many of the issues associated with the oral therapies for erectile dysfunction. People are probably familiar with drugs like Viagra as an example. And the difference is that we have a product that not only is topically delivered directly to the penis, it can create an erection in men in about 5 minutes, has a duration of effect of roughly an hour or so, and it's very safe because by treating the condition at the site of where the problem exists, rather than delivering something through the body where the drug can affect other organ systems, we think we have what is considered a perfect solution for erectile dysfunction. You can treat it safely, you can treat it effectively, you can treat it quickly, and because we're an on-demand product, there's a lot more spontaneity associated with the product. Beyond that, we have recently initiated a phase 2 clinical program here in the United States for another drug called Reva. It's a product for the treatment of Raynaud's disease, which is a devastating condition where patients lose blood flow in their fingers, hands, sometimes in their feet and toes. It's triggered by an autoimmune disease and other stimulus. And in both of these products, both Viteros and Reva, we utilize a proprietary permeation enhancer. It's a product that we developed that allows us to deliver drugs through the skin with a proven vasodilator called alprostadil, which is a therapeutic product designed specifically to enhance blood flow.
All right. Now, you are not just focusing on men. You also have something for women, too, I take.
We do. Further back in the pipeline, we have a product called Femprox. Femprox, again, utilizes this same technology and the vasodilator alprostadil to potentially enhance the sexual conditions in women. In many cases, like we see in men who suffer from erectile dysfunction, women suffer from a variety of conditions related to female sexual dysfunction. And one of the things that is important in maintaining a healthy sex life is having the ability to enhance blood flow to the male and female anatomy. And so we're taking the same concept in Femprox that we have proven in with the erectile dysfunction drug Viteros to potentially treat women who suffer from various forms of female sexual dysfunction.
Now, where are the drugs approved?
So Viteros is currently approved in Canada and in the major markets throughout Europe. In the U.S., we have sold the rights to Viteros, the erectile dysfunction drug, to a large multinational company, Actavis, and Actavis holds those rights and currently has the development responsibility for that product. But in the European markets, for example, the drug is launched in the United Kingdom. It's now marketed in Germany and Sweden. We expect multiple launches in Europe throughout the course of this year and to early next year. And I'm proud to say that our marketing partners there, which are very large, quite capable pharmaceutical partners such as Takeda, Sandoz, which is a division of Novartis, just as two examples, are doing a phenomenal job in putting this product into the market. Their early sales results have far exceeded our expectations, and with just having the product on the market in a few months here, starting in late June of this year, we've seen a very rapid uptake in its use. And I think that's driven by the fact that it's a different approach to treating erectile dysfunction. It's certainly a safe approach and a highly effective approach.
The people that are interested in trying the product and using the product, how do they go about getting the product?
Well, in this circumstance, they would need to obtain a prescription from a physician in one of those countries where the product is currently available. And as I said, that's at the moment that's in the United Kingdom, Sweden, and Germany. We expect it to be broadly available throughout Europe as additional product launches occur. But because it's a prescription product, people would need to be under the care of a physician, and they would need to then be able to take that prescription to a pharmacy in one of those countries where the product is available and have it fulfilled.
Okay, all right. I wanted to make sure that we got that clear on that.
Okay.
This technology that you're rolling out in 2014. You're not just selling it in Europe. It's not getting the market penetration just in Europe, but I think you're also working in Latin America, aren't you?
Well, we have a number of available territories throughout the world that we are actively seeking commercial partners. To date, we've been able to generate in upfront payments and milestone payments, potential and existing milestone payments, well over $200 million of value in the product, and that's just in the financial considerations associated with those deals. As I said earlier, we have some fantastic partners already marketing the product, such as Takeda and Sandoz. Others, such as Margerel in France, are soon to launch. But to answer your question specifically, we have the opportunity to take this product into other markets, including Latin America, Asia Pacific, large markets such as China and Japan. And one of our strategic objectives moving forward is to continue to be able to create shareholder value through partnering both the Viteros asset further in these territories where it's available, as well as Femprox, the female sexual dysfunction drug that I spoke of a moment ago.
Give our audience an idea of the size of the market. I mean, everybody knows that it's prolific, but the size of the market in dollars and cents, and where you fit in market penetration on that.
Sure. So I'm going to focus my question or the answer to your question on the ED market. I think that's the most relevant here. The market itself, financially speaking, is worth well over $5 billion on a global basis, and you see the majority of that being distributed throughout the U.S. and Europe to the tune of about $1.5 billion each. So about $1.5 billion in the U.S., about $1.5 billion in Europe, and the balance in the rest of world territories. So it's a huge marketplace, and given that we have a product that can not only treat existing users of erectile dysfunction treatments, we also have a product that can penetrate the remaining segment of the market. And what I mean by that is, right now, only about half of the 150 million men who have erectile dysfunction actually are treated with one of the oral products, such as Viagra. And the other half fall into one of three categories. One, they may not be able to use the medication safely because of contraindications, meaning their doctor has advised against using it because they have other medical conditions that might put them in danger. A large percentage of patients who do try those products simply don't respond. The product just doesn't work. And moreover, you have an equally sized proportion of the market where men who may try the product, the oral products simply drop out because of side effects and other issues. And as you recall, our product is a topically delivered product. We avoid these so-called systemic side effects associated with the oral products. So you're talking about 150 million men, half of whom are treated. We have access to all of them with this product. And because our product is simple to use, it's safe and effective, we believe that we will garner a significant market share, particularly in Europe where the product is already launched and our partners are doing a great job in pushing that message forward.
How long has your product's been on the market there in Europe?
It's only been on the market a short while. The product was approved last year in Europe, and we worked through a process to license the product out to some of these partners that I mentioned. And the first launch occurred in late June of this year, initially in the United Kingdom. Two additional launches happened just in August of this year, Sweden and Germany. And as I said, we expect the remaining key territories throughout Europe to launch in the back half of this year and into the first quarter of next year.
I can see why this is just going to be just a huge boon. Now let me and forgive me. Apricus is, or help me out with it.
No, it's Apricus Biosciences.
Thank you. I'm sorry about that.
Ticker symbol APRI.
All right. The investment side of the business, we can cover that on the next segment. We've got a couple of minutes left in this one. But the investment side of the business, it seems to me that this, because I'm looking at your chart, the long-term chart, it's stable. It's been rolling along and building a base. It looks like there's a lot of accumulation on the stock. That's just my opinion after 30 years of looking at things like that. But it seems to me that the investment community would really rise up on all of the great things that you've got on your horizon. Can you give us some insight on your business prospects? And you've already talked to us about penetrating the market worldwide, but how that's going, something that an investor would like to know.
Sure. Well, I think it all starts with executing on our business strategy, focusing on really some key targets for this year and into next year. Principally, the successful launch of Viteros in Europe specifically, we believe will not only validate our technology, the technology we developed that's core to this product, but also it will generate significant long-term revenue for the company. And we're still very much a development stage company. As I said before, we have a second product candidate called Reva that's in development here in the U.S. But to be able to couple that with a long-term revenue stream, not only from the royalties generated on Viteros in Europe and other parts of the world where we'll license it, but also to do just that, to take the opportunity to bring in non-dilutive capital through that licensing process. So we think that's a big driver of our business going forward. As a development stage company, we'll be generating what we think is exciting and compelling clinical data with our product candidate Reva. And I can talk about that here in a moment. But I think it's important to understand that the drivers for the company will come not only through a growing revenue stream for our existing approved product, Viteros, but also through the development and the publication of data and being able to move our Reva asset through the clinic and into the market in the U.S. Long term, our goal is to commercialize our own products here in the U.S. Obviously, we won't have that opportunity, at least in the near term, with Viteros since it's owned by one of our partners. But certainly with Reva and any other opportunity we bring into the company through licensing, we would expect to develop and commercialize ourselves. Let's talk about that on the other side of this break. Great. All right, we'll be right back with Richard Pascoe, CEO Apricus. I'm going to ruin this. I'm sorry about that. On the other side of this break, we'll be right back.
from the North Texas Traffic Center in Garland. On the northbound side of 635 before Centerville, we have a major accident with only the HOV lane getting by right now. That's causing completely stopped traffic delays all the way back from Highway 80 in Mesquite right now. This will add about 45 minutes to your drive. Also in Irving, the eastbound side of 114 near Loop 12 Walton Walker, we're getting reports of an accident there. It's causing delays back from Spur 482. I'm Shauna Nance with your KFXR traffic.
DART's Orange Line now connects you to DFW Airport Terminal A. Taking a trip from Dallas to Down Under? Don't wonder if getting to your flight will be tight. The train is always on time. DART connects you to the world. Let's go.
Want real-time ETF news and insights? As the world's #1 independent authority on ETFs, Index Universe has everything you need for all your ETF research and investment needs. With the world's largest team of dedicated ETF analysts, Index Universe is able to provide the most current news on ETFs and help educate investors on the largest growing area of the financial industry. Index Universe offers the most robust ETF research platform to help you identify the best ETF in any segment of the market. Visit indexuniverse.com today to sign up for their free daily and weekly newsletters, or follow them on LinkedIn and Twitter to stay on top of the latest ETF news.
Hey Dallas, where do you go to hear the edgiest uncensored talk and cutting-edge local music? DeepElmOnAir.com. Whether you're looking for a good laugh, honest sports commentary, or DFW's best bands, DeepElmOnAir.com has got you covered. Deep Ellum on Air is located in the heart of Deep Ellum, where you can find the best local music, local businesses, and local people. This ain't your grandpa's radio. Heck, it ain't even radio. It's Deep Ellum on Air. Check them out at DeepElmOnAir.com today.
Would you like access to an accredited investor audience that can take your business to the next level? We have the most diverse demographics in the DFW Metroplex. Men and women changing the pace in the new economy today. Get ahead of the competitive curve by advertising on our new drive time slot, 6 a.m. to 7:30. Contact us at 214-504-9470 for all your media needs.
The Garage is a business accelerator and investment fund looking for new ideas in technology, manufacturing, and consumer goods. Our 90-day intensive workshops, taught by entrepreneur mentors, are focused on one thing: helping you make money faster. Each week, you'll experience a class taught by successful entrepreneurs with the guidance of experienced mentors in your field. We get you to revenue faster and help you find investors when the time is right. To learn why we're different, go to workthegarage.com. That's workthegarage.com.
It's not your daddy's farm anymore. There's no doubt technology has changed the way we grow bigger crops, feed our livestock, and also access market information. With the new Yorba Market Center, today's farmers and ranchers are embracing new technology through smartphones, tablets, and the internet to give their business an edge. The Yorba Market Center gives you real-time quote access, news, and weather at a low monthly rate to help you stay better informed. Visit us today for a free trial at yorbamedia.com. or call 214-504-9470.
From the Mini Cooper Weather Center, today mostly sunny and warm, high of 87. Tonight, fair skies, low of 65. This report is brought to you by Pat Loeb's Toyota of McKinney.
Pre-owned with approved credit. It's 2014 model closeout at Pat Loeb Toyota of McKinney.
Drive new 2014 Camry LEs for just $149 a month.
Buy leftover 2013 Camry LEs for $13.9 in the discount zone.
Get it fast and fair at PatLoebToyotaofMcKinney.com.
Welcome back to the Traders Network. I'm Michael Yorba, your host, broadcasting to you live from the Dallas KFXR iHeart radio stations, broadcasting worldwide through yorbamedia.com. All right, I'm joined on the show with Richard Pascoe, CEO, Apricus. Did I pronounce it correctly, Richard? No?
Yeah, it's Apricus
Apricus
Biosciences.
Sounds Greek.
You're close. Apricus.
Apricus. All right. Thanks for helping me out with that.
No problem.
All right. You've got a distinct advantage over other biotech companies, and I want to back up a little bit, give you a chance to embellish on that, and I also, if you would, want to delve into the female product, Reva.
Okay. Perfect. Well, one of the things I just want to maybe kick off this segment with is to talk a bit about why I think the company itself is uniquely positioned to be successful, and that is
good.
Not only do we have a product that's approved and launched and generating revenue, we have a very solid cash position, but we also have what I think is a very attractive pipeline opportunity here with Reva. And just to be clear, Reva is not a product that's intended to be used for female sexual dysfunction. That's a drug called Femprox, which we are in the process of looking for or licensing out. Strategically, it's important to us to get that into the hands of a partner that can take it forward in the clinic. Mm-hmm. But Reva is actually a drug for a condition called Raynaud's disease,
right.
which is a condition that is extremely detrimental to patients. And just to give you a little bit about Raynaud's disease to begin with, it's a condition that affects the extremities, typically the hands and the fingers. Sometimes it can affect the feet and the toes. It's a disease that specifically affects patients when they come into contact with certain stimulus, such as cold or stress. And the product itself that we have in development, Reva, uses our permeation enhancer, the compound that allows us to penetrate the skin, with the same active ingredient found in Viteros, which is alprostadil, which essentially enhances blood flow wherever it's applied. And so by taking this same concept of the permeation enhancer vasodilator alprostadil combination and using it on the extremities, in this case on the hands, to enhance blood flow, we believe we've de-risked this program, and as a result we've put it into a phase 2 clinical trial setting. And we would expect to be able to generate meaningful data from that phase 2 program here in the first half of next year. And with that, we would take it into further clinical evaluation. Now, a couple of things about Raynaud's that I think are important for the audience to understand. First of all, it's a big market. It affects up to 12 million people, and it's disproportionately found in women versus men. In many cases, the condition will advance to the point to where there's a breakdown in the skin. There's ulcerations that form. In most severe cases, people can actually lose their fingers or their toes. And the symptoms associated with this disease are quite devastating and have a significant impact on people's quality of life. Pain, numbness, a loss of circulation, which results in a severe discoloration of the fingers and hands, all of which really limits people's life in a significant way. And there's no treatment available for this. So this is an area of medicine that we think needs our attention. It's a condition that we believe merits further exploration with our product, and which we intend to do. And as a result, we are very excited about the potential for our product, Reva, to actually finally provide a treatment for these patients. And as I said before, if we're successful in developing this product and getting it approved in the United States as a first entry point market-wise, we would look to commercialize this product ourselves and be able to generate meaningful revenue over an extended period of time, given the patent estate for this product is quite attractive.
Is Femprox, moving forward just briefly because of time considerations, is Femprox ready for the market yet, or are you still working on some of that?
No, Femprox, which is the female sexual dysfunction drug, is still in clinical development. We've generated phase 2 data with the product. We've shown that it clearly has an effect on enhancing blood flow in women. And as a result of that, we are looking to bring a commercialization partner on board, or a development and commercialization partner on board, to take that product further down the process.
Okay. All right. The advantage that I see here is I get the feeling that you're first to market with this, or very close to that, and you're really leading the charge in solving this issue for humanity.
Correct. And as we said, our goal as a company is to really look at areas where there is a significant unmet need. I know a lot of pharmaceutical companies will say that, but we truly are living that. We have a product in Viteros it's fast, it's safe, it's highly effective, and it treats the entire patient population in the ED or erectile dysfunction space. Reva, the second product that's coming through the clinical development pipeline right now, is addressing a significant unmet need where patients' lifestyles and ability to function on a daily basis is limited, and we think they deserve a product like Reva to address that. And certainly as a company and from a shareholder point of view, we think this combination of having a solid cash position, a revenue-generating asset in Viteros that will continue to pay dividends for many years to come, and an exciting clinical development program in Reva and other assets that we might bring to the company can drive long-term value.
All right. You're in a $17 million cash position as of, June 30th or so? Did I get that right? And multiple royalty streams. Let's talk about some of the milestones that you look to achieve going forward.
Sure, and I think as you've noted, we certainly have a very strong cash position, and we are a company that's, I think, always been good stewards of our resources. Looking forward, of course, we will continue to generate positive news flow and activity with the continued introduction of Viteros in Europe. Mm-hmm. In addition to that, we're developing a second-generation product, Viteros product, which will allow us to really simplify the delivery of the product in the sense that the current formulation requires refrigeration. And with this new development program that we have that's well underway, we're going to be shifting that over to a room temperature formulation, which will allow us to extend its shelf life significantly. Beyond that, we have Reva entering into the clinic, as I said, and we'll be developing that and generating clinical data, which we'll be talking about in the market as that becomes available, and I think it will further validate our company, our technology, and certainly be something that shareholders can look forward to in terms of news flow going forward. And perhaps most importantly, as we see Viteros launch throughout the remaining territories in Europe, we'll be reporting the success of our partners in launching that product and the associated revenue coming along with that. Ultimately, we intend to take all of these assets and penetrate markets where they're available and generate revenue from those activities and build out a development and commercial organization in the United States, which is capable of taking other assets that we might in-license forward in the clinic and into the market. So we're excited about our future and about where the company is headed. We think we have a strong portfolio, a strong management team, and we're very excited about the possibility to drive further value here, both near and long term.
Perfect. Richard, thank you for being on the show. I sincerely appreciate this.
Thank you, Michael.
My pleasure. All right, and contact information is apricusbio.com, symbol APRI. Special thanks to 1-800-PublicRelations.com for all their PR media support. We'll be right back on the other side of this break with Janie Bordner, Dress for Success.